Take 3 on this video. So let's hope it works this time because I'm starting to get annoyed. I'm going to talk to you today about some products that I've been hauling, about some favorites of mine that I've already had and been using and why they're working for me, and then a new channel that I think you should definitely check out. First product I've been loving is the Maybelline Fit Me foundation, the matte and poreless. Originally I had bought shade 120 in Classic Ivory, and if you look at this, you can't really tell here in this light. Yeah, maybe you can. It's a little bit on the warm side. So as we went through the late winter to early spring, it wasn't really working for me. So I ended up picking up the 112, which is a little more neutral. Let me see if I put them together, if you can tell. Yep, you definitely can tell. So of course, what's happening now that my skin's a little bit darker, neither of these are working for me on their own. So what do? Put them together, and they've been working famously on my skin. The only thing I don't like about these is that they don't have a pump. They are just kind of an open liquid, hurry up, don't use too much, don't waste it, don't let it drip everywhere kind of thing. They're also a glass bottle, which for clumsy people like myself could be a problem. I tend to use them directly over, a counter, don't really pick them up unless I have to pour a little bit out. I use them with my wet beauty blender. That shears them out to the point where I still get a good coverage, but I'm not feeling heavy or like I'm wearing something extreme on my face. The other thing, I'm looking for it, there it is. I'm like, where did it go? Is the L'Oreal Color Infallibles in Hourglass Beige. This is the top. Here's how the shadow looks. These are dupes for the Giorgio Armani Eyes to Kill single shadows, and I love them. Love them, love them, love them. This is very simple. Wearing it today, actually, I prefer 1 or 2 of these at most. When I use them, I literally use my finger and pat them on after primer, of course, and they're great, especially this one because it's a simple look. It gives you a little bit of color, a little bit of shine, and you can do a heavy mascara with it, which is something that I really like doing, and it looks decent. Looks decent, and it's fast too. Okay, new products I went and purchased. I was at Walmart today and ended up picking up 2 hard candy products that were in the new section. May not be new to some people, they're definitely new to me. One is the Shadow Spheres Baked Eyeshadow Palette in Nudes and Roses. I have heard that the Nudes and Roses, not this specifically, but the baked eyeshadows from Hard Candy are not as pigmented and not as strong as their single eyeshadows, which I have and really, really love, especially the kind of camouflage shadows. Love those. But we'll give this a shot. I really like the options in this palette, especially the purple and the gold and the gray and the black, which I don't tend to use a lot of. I don't even think I own... Yeah, I don't even think I own... I think I have a black shadow in one of my Naked palettes, and I barely use it. Barely use it. I just don't use that. And then something else that, again, was marked as new is the Fierce lipstick, and I got the color Galactica. This reminds me of the Urban Decay Revolution lipstick, the lipstick that's very long wearing, supposedly. We'll see how this goes. It's taped shut, and I don't want to use my nails to kind of peel the sticker off. Sorry. My nails are a completely different story. They are very plain and nondescript. There's a reason for that. I may or may not get into it. Then, as I was kind of wandering through the cosmetics aisle, I saw a whole bunch of boxes on a cart, and they all were labeled new Wet n Wild products. So the employees were kind of over in the corner, so they kind of started digging through and just watching them, watching other people. So I picked up 2 products that are new to me. They probably aren't new to most people, but I got the Coverall Primer and the Megalast Liquid Lipstick in Pink Perfection. And I did have some lip balms that I saw. Didn't end up getting those. They were all taped together, and I thought I'm going to make a scene, a commotion. somebody will probably stop telling me to going through all these boxes, so let me get out of here. I did hit Shoppers at some point, I think this was almost 2 weeks ago, and ended up picking up the How to Make Nude Eyes makeup box. Very cute, very reminiscent of Benefit packaging, and I will not wear Benefit products. That is an even longer story. Okay, so they look really great. I haven't even swatched them yet. Probably be using these some point in the fall. I really like the look. I like what they did here. And they've got little cards, pull-out cards, just like Benefit has, that describe the look on the card. So, and then you can put them back in the palette, which I find very helpful. So, all right, finally, a new channel. I was browsing through YouTube and I found a channel from a gentleman named Andrew. It's called Andrew's Off Day. I don't know if you've heard of him. I will link his channel below. Recently did a look, and it was a glossy eyelid look, and I love that. But because my eyelids are so oily, I cannot wear cream shadows. I cannot. And before I go any further, I'm just going to tell you, unique sellers, do not try to tell me that I can wear your cream eyeshadow. I cannot wear cream eyeshadow. So please do not contact me. I cannot wear your cream eyeshadow, okay? So because of that, and I guess he's the same way, he came up with this glossy eyelid look, and it was pretty simple. It involves several regular powder eyeshadows and then these shadows from Urban Decay called Moondust shadows. He used one in Space Cowboy. And of course I went to the Sephora closest to me today and they barely had any of the Moondust shadows. Definitely didn't have Space Cowboy. Didn't really have anything close to Space Cowboy. Just nothing. Just wiped out. So ended up picking up Intergalactic, which is, you know, I still will be able to create the look using this. It's more purple. The Space Cowboy was more of a champagne kind of taupe. But these are pretty much straight shimmer. But they're very light in color. So even though this one is kind of a purplish shade, the silver shimmer is what you will see on your lid. So of course, go up to the counter, and what do they have there? I'm a VIB. They have their 250 point perk, which is the Bite Beauty point perk. Do I want it? Of course I do. Do I have enough points? Of course I do. I ask for it. Unfortunately, we don't have any more. Let me check at the back. Unfortunately, we don't have any more, but there's a sample. There's 2 samples up front, and I don't think they've been touched. The samples have been touched, so I don't feel comfortable giving that to you. And I said, well, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not happy about this. And I said, I'm going to stand here and wait till you take this out of the case here so that nobody else has to kind of go through that. Not that it's a huge deal, because it's not. In the bigger scheme of things and the big picture, it's not a big deal. I know that. But I also know that if you don't have something, let's not put it in the case and let people think that you have it, and then you have to tell them, oh, I don't have it. So, okay. So she ended up giving me, without me losing any points, the NARS birthday gift, which is 2 NARS lip crayons, and it is Cruella and Satin. So that's what that is. And not, I mean, it's not terrible, but I mean, gosh, like, I wanted the Bite Beauty one. That's all right. We'll get them next time. So anyway, I definitely think you should watch Andrew's Off Day. He does a great tutorial. I've asked him a ton of questions. He's always answered, and I really, really appreciate that. Doesn't seem like he's unapproachable or unavoidable or just somebody that you love to hate. Seems like a decent individual. Does some great tutorials and looks. So highly recommend that. Hope you're having a great week. Hope you're having a great holiday weekend. If you have that this weekend, I sure am. Had a great barbecue last night that I hosted, and it was fun for all, shall we say. That's all from me. Thanks so much for watching. Talk to you soon. Bye.